We're back, everyone. It's that time of year. Time for another fun season of everybody's favorite football game. Who's ready for some more? Wait a minute. You know what? It's way too early in the season to do that, so whatever. Howdy, folks. Morgoth the Barbarian here. We are back with another exciting season of Strat-O-Matic Football. We're once again simulating the whole year from start to finish. And we will be once again crowning a brand new champion, much like we did earlier this year and last season, for all that matter, when the Dolphins won the whole thing. Totally did not do that intentionally. No, seriously, I totally didn't. Well, anyways, this time around, we're once again resetting everybody's records to 0-0 and restarting the simulation. Basically how this works, once a week, I will be taking a game at random, and I will be playing it out here on YouTube, simulating the other games using the power of dice, which are apparently over here. What are we doing? Okay, not necessarily these dice. We'll do Dungeons and Dragons dice. But yeah, you get the idea there. And we'll use that to determine how this season goes and then crown a champion once it comes along. Much like last season, I will be using a formula to do it, although I did update it a little bit, because I found it ridiculous that neither the Bills, Ravens, 49ers, or Chiefs, or Cowboys even, never made it to the playoffs, even though they really did. And yet somehow we got the Raiders and Commanders in there, both of whom made deep runs. Okay, fine. If that's what you want, Dungeons and Dragons dice, that's what you'll get. But anyways, I kind of made some adjustments to the formula behind the scenes. I'll show that off at the beginning of week 1. But anyways, I tried to make some adjustments using offense and defensive ratings from last season to kind of balance it out a little bit and give the good teams, or who I thought were the good teams, the best advantage. So we'll see if that works, and maybe we'll get actually the more appropriate teams into the mix here. Rather than, wait, why is Washington making it this far when in our timeline they didn't even make the playoffs, let alone 500? Okay, that's weird. But anyways, that'll be how I go. In the meantime, we're going to do a friendly exhibition here on week 0 while I'm testing out some new rules here for how I play this game. So it's only appropriate that we use the 2 teams that won the Super Bowl. In this case, I'm referring to the team that won in our timeline, the Miami Dolphins, I'll leave them over there, the Miami Dolphins, versus the team that won in our timeline, the Kansas City Chiefs. I should say the team that won last year's Super Bowl for this playthrough. So we will have them go head-to-head in a nice little exhibition friendly, and I'll see if a couple rule changes I've decided to make will work. So this is kind of like a part test case, part preview to get everybody ready. So, and then Thursday and Sunday, the real fun begins. Yes, I will be doing 2 games next weekend, one on Thursday as kind of a special Thursday edition, and one on Sunday, kind of to sync it up with the opening of the real season, which happens Thursday. Much like in our timeline, the Dolphins will be the very first game on Thursday, and I can already tell you they are opening the season up against the Panthers. Yes, I know, really, Carolina, you couldn't have done any better than that. Look, that's how the scheduled dice rolls worked, okay? I do have all my scheduling via dice roll. Now, what's funny is on Sunday in the real week 1, and I can announce this now, I ended up with the 2 teams that made it to both their respective conference championships. the Raiders on the AFC, and the Commanders on the NFC. So that'll be our first game up. I figured it'd be nice to have those two teams up. I could have picked 49ers Vikings, but whatever. That game works. So that'll be the very first game, and from there we'll be doing the best game I feel is best for the schedule. I'm still using the 2022 card set, so if you see a few weird rosters, that's why. I could have gotten this. Yes, there is an updated card set for 2023, but I am not treating this like Madden, where you pay like $70 for basically updated rosters and a whole bunch of other you-know-what. I mean, this game is way better than Madden, if I'm being honest. But still, that's not the point. Let's not have Madden catch any more strays than it absolutely has to. Even though that game is, dog water. But anyways, I digress. Enough talk about that. So, in this game, I'll be staying under the elementary rules with a few twists, including a few updates that I'd like to throw in here, particularly a couple of rule changes I'm about to make from the advanced mode. I did try the advanced mode before I started recording this, but it got a little bit too complicated. That plus I'm kind of on a shortage of time here. That's been kind of a theme as of late. Yeah, I know. Anyways, but I digress on that too. So, we're going to have the Chiefs and the Dolphins play a friendly exhibition. None of the injuries, in other words, that'll happen will carry over to the main game, but we'll see who wins this Super Bowl matchup. And then we'll carry on from there, as the Dolphins will be making a return on Thursday against an NFC opponent, the Panthers, as I mentioned. So, enough talking out of me. Let's just get right to it. And with that said, let's get ready for some... you know what? Like I said, it's still way too early for that, okay? Spare me. I'll get the energy up needed for that later on, I promise. All right, let me get set up. All right, so I have the board set up and the scoreboard. What the... All right, now that we're dealing with that rude interruption here. Okay, so we got the scoreboard and all the setup here. Once again, we're using advanced rules. There's elementary rules. There's a few from the advanced rules that I'm bringing over. Much like last season. Oh, here's my dice. We're doing the penalty dice yet again. So if an X gets rolled, I get to roll off the penalty chart. That's not a basic level rule, but so be it. I think the D once again will be out of bounds, so that'll be kind of stopping the clock. And then I'm adopting 3 rules here. For sacks, there's actually 2 of them applied to sacks. Well, okay, so there's 4 rules in total. 2 of them apply to sacks. From this point forward, instead of reading... You know how it says on these cards, it says star negative, whatchamacallit, 9? Well, from this point forward, I'm going to roll 2 dice, and the combined total is what the loss is. So in this case, it would be 6. Number 2, this is also found in the advanced rules. A black die will be rolled for fumbles. If it comes up X, it's a fumble! It'll count as a strip sack, and general fumble rules will apply. In this, of course, we're not doing returns unless I feel like it's warranted, but we'll see. But in this, yes. If, say, this gets rolled, then it's a 3-yard loss, the quarterback fumbles, and we'll see, and basic fumble rules apply. The other 2 rules allowing squib kicks, which is basically, you kick it shorter, and coffin corner punts in case someone wants to try and get it out of bounds. Those will be done at the necessary progression. And I believe that's all from the advanced thing I'm doing. I know there's not too many different changes here. And maybe as the season goes on, I'll throw in a few more. But as I'm looking through the advanced rules, there's really not much out here, so. We shall see. Maybe I'll get a little bit creative on things, but generally speaking, I'm sticking to the elementary rules. So, few rule changes I'd like to get into effect, but otherwise, there's nothing really doing. So, anyways, I have the game board set up. It's a little bit different than how I normally would have it, but it is what it is. In fact, let me put all the specialist cards over here. This is kind of my rolling table. Quarterbacks will go over here since they're going to be sitting in this spot, basically. We got our defense. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm messing up. What am I doing? Bruh, what are you doing? All right, I need the... you can clearly tell I'm not very organized right now. Okay, there we go. I want the defense up. I want the specialists over here. Okay, there we go. And this will be kind of my rolling zone over here. So, we're ready to go. And with that being said, all I got to do is see who gets the opening kickoff here. Chiefs will be in red. Dolphins will be in green. I just realized both need to be... whatever. All right, well, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? Pardon me, I'm just adjusting this on the fly here. There we go. There we go. Make it a little bit easier for yours truly over here. All right. So this is kind of my rolling zone on this table, so... All right. We got everything set up nicely. No, we don't. That's a lie. Now we're good. All right, we got everything set up. And this kind of works out nicely. Chiefs will be the home team. They are in red. Dolphins are in green. They will be the visitors in this situation. I should probably swap these out. All right, there we go. Everybody's got free timeouts. All right, Dolphins are the visiting team. They'll call odds. And the Chiefs will start with the ball because they're going to defer. All right, so that works for me. So with that being said, let us begin. We'll bring over to Miami's specialist card, and we are off. 3, 8 yards in the back of the end zone, and it's going to be returned by the Chiefs. Oh, this ought to be fun. All right. 7, so it's whatever it says Miami gets on this. 30 yards. So we are going all the way up to the 22, and just like that, Kansas City starts off 14:45. All right, Chiefs starting lineup. We have Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback. Marquez Valdes-Scantling is the split. Travis Kelce is the tight end. McCole Hartman is, I guess, the fullback slot slash, split slot or whatever. Isaiah Pacheco's halfback. Juju Smith-Schuster is the flanker. And, of course, I'm going to need the specialist card for Kansas City for right now. Okay. 1st and 10 here. Now, the way I usually do it is I'll have the offense pick it first and the defense assume. So we're going to assume it's a run. And we're going to start off with a run up the middle. All right, 1st and 10 from the 22 here. And we are off. 10 on a line buck, and Pacheco starts us off with a 1-yard run to start us, get this exhibition going. Oops, hang on. I'm trying to get the stat sheet up to date, too. Oh, nice, I spelled his name wrong. Huh, that's cool. Whatever. 2nd down. I'm going to say yes. And Miami's going to think, probably pass. Pass to the flanker. 9 to the receiver. We're looking at Juju's card over here. And nothing. Absolutely nothing. Incomplete. Mahomes was looking for Juju Smith-Schuster. He found nothing. All right, I think this one's a short pass to Kelsey. If I was playing advanced rules, I'd key up on him, but this is not that game. So 3rd and 9. 8 on a short. 11 yards it is and a first. All right, very nice from the Chiefs. They get that completion. All right, you need a target. Okay, 1st and 10 here. Dolphins guessed incorrectly. 4 on a flat. 2 for 12. This is an interception. Otherwise, no, incomplete. Mahomes was looking for Hardman on that one. 2nd down. The Dolphins figure pass? Yeah, they do not see this coming. An 11 with a potential penalty. It's a 2-yard gain if it holds. Yeah, it's holding all right. All right. Not holding the penalty. I mean holding as in the game will stay put. Here, let me spell his name correctly. Okay, 3rd and 8. Guess where this is going to. 8 on a short. Kelsey with 11 more. Oh, boy. We're having trouble stopping him. That's great. You might want to fix that, Dolphins. So Kelsey is 2 for 22 right off the bat. All right, 1st and 10 here. I'm going to try something a little bit ridiculous. Dolphins do not see this coming. I'll leave it to him. That's going to be a reroll if that happens. 10 on a short. Aha! And for the first time, we get the new sack rules. It's a sack. So now, for the first time, I will be busting that out. First, I'll roll to see what the result is. It's a 6-yard loss, and then who got it is the next question. No, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, I got to roll all 4 of these. Okay, sorry. This is a new one. So this is the first time we're using the new sack rules, so let's see. White dice is who got it. This is how much is lost, and this is just in case there's a fumble. So Christian Wilkins just sacked Mahomes for an 8-yard loss under the brand new rules. Okay, that feels a little bit more realistic, to be honest. All right, that went nowhere. We've got a 2nd and 18. Dolphins playing the pass here. They're guessed wrong, but it is 2nd and 18, you know. Oh, we get a fumble. I mean, that doesn't count, but so be it. Pacheco gets 2 as it was guessed incorrectly, but the Dolphins will take that. He will not go out of bounds. It's a little too far for me. All right, 3rd and kind of ridiculous. How about that? 3rd and kind of ridiculous. Kelsey is going to pick up 10 this time. So he's up to the 49. All right. So this is kind of interesting. We've got a 4th down and 6. Do I go for it or... You know what? I'm going to. 4th and 6. The Chiefs has decided to go for it. Why not? We'll see if they're going to trust their defense and see if it works for them. 7. And Mahomes gets it to Juju Smith-Schuster, and he picks up just enough for the 1st down. Got it by a yard, and he's pushed out. 1st down, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster gets 1. No, he gets 7. Gets the 1st down as he gets that one. All right, 1st and 10 here. Dolphins guess incorrectly yet again. 8, there's a potential penalty. I'll resolve the play first. Pacheco and the guess wrong flat pass is getting 16 if this can hold. Yeah, he gets that 16. First down. Nice halfback screen there. And Pacheco gets up to the 16 for the first. All right, 1st and 10. We're making my first adjustment. Give me Jerick McKinnon. No, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think he had a few more attempts on this. Yeah. Give me Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Chiefs are going to switch it up a little bit. 1st and 10 here. 8. No gain for Edwards-Helaire. Ouch. All right, that didn't work. All right, okay, 2nd and 10. Dolphins will guess pass. 10 on a flat. 5 yards to Mecole Hardman, who gets pushed out at the 21. Okay. We have a 3rd and 5 coming up. Dolphins don't see this coming. It's an off-tackle, surprise off-tackle run. They're going for it. Edwards-Helaire gets 6 and give him another 1st down on top of it. Okay. So they can pick up the 1st down as Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets 6. Give me Pacheco yet again. 1st and 10 here. First and 10 from the 15. 3 on a line buck. Short gain. This could be a touchdown. It is going to be. Touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco breaks one, and like the mad runner he is, finds the end zone on a 15-yard touchdown scamper. There it is. Chiefs finally get on the board first, thanks to that 4th down conversion, but it's Isaiah Pacheco leading the way on kind of a mad run there. Extra point. 11 or 12 from Harrison Butker is a miss. Otherwise, that doesn't count. Uh-oh. All right, me, you can stop throwing it. Jeez, all right. We're having technical difficulties. There's a small little crack here, and apparently I enjoy rolling it through it. Okay, the extra point is good, although there's an opponent number 1, so I imagine this will be personal foul. So Butker still gets the extra point there, but this is going to probably get moved up. Like, I believe how this works now is that the kickoff will get added. 15 will get subtracted or something along those lines. Yeah, somewhere along those lines. So we will deal with that later. But Isaiah Pacheco still runs it through, and the Chiefs take the opening lead. Let me update the scoreboard. Our scoreboard operator is apparently asleep for whatever random reason. He is still asleep. I don't know what his deal is. 1 second, let me go wake him up. Okay, I got our scoreboard operator. He was sleeping on the job. What else is new? But it's 7-0. Chiefs take the opening lead off of that brilliant drive. Okay. Again, Pacheco from 15 gets that one. So now it's their turn. Let's see what happens. Now remember, there's a 15-yard personal foul penalty on the Chiefs, so Whatever I roll is basically, I'm going to have to add 15 here. 7 doesn't matter. It's a touch. Well, in this case, I'll let let me do something a little unique, and I'll add to this. So we'll automatically start it at the 5 since it was kind of added on. We're going to pretend like it started at the 16 here. So the Dolphins do get a return shot at this because of thank you penalty for that. 6, and sure enough, they've got a penalty of their own to resolve. What else is new? But in the meantime, I'm going to say to number 1 back. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Raheem Mostert has 18 if this holds. No, so Raheem Mostert will get it up to the 34. Dolphins start off with what appears to be excellent field position here. Okay. No, wait a minute. 8:15. Okay. Sorry. It's been a while since I've done this, so you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. Okay. So now it's time for the Dolphins starting offense to come get introduced. Tua Tagovailoa is the quarterback still. We have Jalen Waddle at the split. We'll start off with Alec Ingold and the backfield, though I'll probably bring in Cedric Wilson. Raheem Mostert, who just returned that kickoff, is in the full halfback. Mike Gesicki is tight end, and that's what I was talking about. You're going to see some weird players on this team, but this is from 2 years ago, and Mike Gesicki was still here. Tyreek Hill is also here. He is the flanker. Okay. 1st and 10 here. Chiefs are going to think pass. Dolphins say not so fast right off the gate. All right, so Raheem Mostert gets the run here. It was guessed wrong. That's going to be a problem. 2, 3, or a 12, that is. Well, there's a 3. Okay, I really got to stop rolling it for this crack over here. Apparently, that's fine there. Let's see if that works. No, it does not. Very jank setup I got going. That was a 7, by the way, so it's no gain. Nice try, me. I tried to flip the dice on that one, but apparently not. All right, Raheem Mostert gets no gain right off the bat. Oh, apologies for that. 2nd and 10. All right, let's try giving Jalen Waddle a pass. We have a 6 on a flat. 7 yards for him. And play number 2. Excuse me, pass number 1. So Waddle for 7. We have a 3rd and 3 here. 4 on a flat. Well, I see nothing, so it's incomplete. Tua was looking for Mike Gesicki, and instead he found air. Well, that's not supposed to happen. Okay. Dolphins are just a quick 3 and out like that. Not good. Ouch. Oh, maybe not, but we'll let this go. 4, punt from Thomas Morstead goes 55. 46. Wow, they're getting it all to 4. I didn't call for a coffin kick, but that's fine. The return is going to be on the number 2 back, whatever a 4 is. Nothing, unless this penalty ends up giving Miami the 1st down. Nope, even worse, offsetting penalties. The whole thing gets to be redone all over again. That is wonderful. Re-kick because there were both sides committed penalties. Wonderful. Oh, this punt's even further, but it's just barely going to go out of bounds. I should say it barely hits the end zone, 1 yard in range. It's a touchback. Sky Moore was wise to let that one go right over his head, and he does so, and the Chiefs will get it right at the 20. Okay. So that's where we're kind of leaving off here. Okay, if you've seen these videos before, This is usually the part where I speed it up because you don't need to see the whole video. Although this year we're going to do something a little bit different. Let me know if this works. I'm only going to skip ahead to the important stuff here. So I'll be skipping ahead, so stick around. Maybe something will happen, maybe not. I don't know. Hopefully it will. All right. All right. We've got a drive here, folks. We got one. Kansas City's at the 17. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10. Early in the second. Pacheco starts us off, and Miami will give him 5. Excuse me, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I read the wrong running back. He is currently in at the moment. Oh, that was they were looking for a run. Sometimes I'll do that. My bad. 2nd down. Miami actually will play the pass just in case they take a shot in the end zone. This is actually supposed to be a swing pass. Edwards-Helaire is going to grab 7 in the first. So not quite what Miami was expecting, but at least the Chiefs get it. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets his first catch. It's for 7. And they have the 1st down there. Give me Noah Gray, or else. He is now in for Hardman, and we are off and running on 1st and goal to go from the 5. 11. Edwards-Helaire, you're going the wrong way unless that play never happens because offsetting penalties. I think that's like the 3rd time I've ruled that. All right, still 1st and goal from the 5. For offsetting penalties, it means the play never happens, essentially. That off-tackle run, meanwhile, also goes nowhere, but this one actually counts. So Edwards-Helaire gets 0 yards there. All right, 2nd down. I'm going to take a shot for Noah Gray here. Dolphins misplay this. 2 on a flat, and because they misplayed it, it's a short gain unless somebody held. No, it's against the Dolphins, which means this is a touchdown. Mahomes gets him on the play action and finds Noah Gray right in the end zone for 5 yards. Chiefs score again. Meanwhile, opponent number 5, so I'm enforcing this on the kickoff, per se. Oh, so even worse, it's a roughing the passer penalty against the Dolphins. So I'm enforcing those 15 yards on the that penalty actually will get declined. My apologies. So that penalty is declined, obviously, and it's a touchdown for the Chiefs. So they would have had it 1st and goal to 2, regardless, but they'll take the touchdown all day, every day. Meanwhile, Harrison Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs now double their lead just like that. It is now 14-0. Kansas City is leading on a 5-yard touchdown pass to Noah Gray from Patrick Mahomes, who now has his first touchdown pass of the game. My goodness. Dolphins, you better get your act together. This is not how it's supposed to go here. Ugh. All right, well, we'll see if we can try to fix that for them. And by that, I mean well, yeah, never mind. All right. Yikes. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. All right, 1st and 10 here. Jeff Wilson's first run. They saw this coming, by the way, Kansas City. So 2-4, 3-4, or 12. We've got a problem. And that doesn't count, so wait a minute. Yes, it does. And that will count. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. You'll lose a yard. And the Chiefs get the ball. Oh, Jeff Wilson, what are you doing? He gets tackled for a loss of 1, then proceeds to cough up the ball in response. Ouch. I'm not allowing a return there because it was so close, but who forced it and who got it? I'm rolling on Kansas City's line. Frank Clark forces it and gets it. So Frank Clark not only stripped the ball, but he pounced literally right on it to force that fumble, and Miami turns the ball over in what ends up being our first turnover. Oof. That hurt a lot, and suddenly the Chiefs are in good field position. Yikes. That is not what you want to do against the defending two-time Super Bowl champions, is giving them that kind of field position. Ouch. All right. Kansas City gets it at their own 44. 4th and 1 here. Yeah, I think we're going to go for it. Sure, why not? Dolphins are actually going to play pass. Chiefs are going to flat it to Kelsey, and we are going to get a turnover on downs. Thwomp. Incomplete to Kelsey. Mahomes was looking his way, and for the first time today, the Dolphins actually defend the pass against Kelsey. In hindsight, maybe I should have kicked a field goal from have Bucker attempt something. It would have been 2 through 8, but alas, that decision is now way too late to make. Chiefs were trying to go for it to try to keep this game rolling. Why not? I mean, it's 4th and 1 for crying out loud, but instead they find nothing but sadness. Oh well. It was worth a shot. 3rd and 4. Three on a flat. How about 21 big yards? Nice. Dolphins will have it 1st and goal to go, and Cedric Wilson just breaks out of that one. So he gets 21 big yards. All right, we're going to bring the fullback in, and we've got ourselves a 1st and goal to go, folks. From the 8 after the Dolphins just got a 21-yard pass completion. Very nice. Love to see it. 1st and 10 here. Sure, why not? Let's start with a run to Tyreek. Halfback pass to Tyreek Hill. Chiefs see it coming. 1st and 10. Short gain, and since we're inside the 10, touchdown! I don't need to roll that for the short gain, because Tyreek Hill just got 7 yards he needs for the TD there. There it is. Nothing like scoring on your old team, eh? And the Chiefs were keeping them bottled up too. Not so fast anymore. Jason Sanders' extra point is good. He only misses if it's an 11. And there you go. Dolphins, you finally did it. You cut the lead in half. We got ourselves a ball game again, and I was starting to get a little bit worried there. This would turn into a blowout. Chiefs tried to go for it on 4th down. They failed on 4th and 1, that is, and the Dolphins turned it into 7 points. 14-7. Kansas City still leads with 6 minutes in this second quarter. So we're slowly approaching the half, but yeah, we got ourselves a game again. I was starting to get really worried this was going to get out of hand, but here we are. All right, kickoff time. No, Skylar Thompson, you are not staying in the game. Get out of here. 9, how about the Kansas City start off at the 25? All right. 5 on an off-tackle guessed incorrectly. 2 through 5, 11, or 12, this is a problem. That is a 2 through 5, because it's a fumble! Dolphins have it! Oh! And the Chiefs finally commit a turnover of their own as Pacheco fumbles the ball and loses it. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Who forced the fumble and recovered it? It is the high linebacker, so Bradley Chubb. And we're going to say, you know what? I rolled a star. I'm going to allow a return here. So Bradley Chubb gets it. I'm allowing a return automatically here. We'll say it is picked up by Raekwon Davis. I'm allowing it since I rolled a star, so that works. And the return is going to be... I have to roll this just in case. Probably nothing. I'm treating this as an interception return. That's how I roll these, and of course not. All right, no return. He gets knocked, and Wilkins tried to pick it up, and Raekwon Davis tried to pick it up, but he got nowhere. Close enough. All right, Dolphins suddenly get a gift turnover there as Pacheco fumbles the ball, and yeah, Davis tried to pick it up, and Bradley Chubb knocked it out of his grasp. Raekwon Davis tried to pick it up, but it was immediately swarmed by some offensive linemen. He didn't go anywhere, thankfully. But yeah, Dolphins suddenly get the ball back in pristine field position at the Kansas City 25 here. My goodness. There's 5, and then hardly any time went down, too. All right, Miami finally has a golden opportunity to make them pay here as I get everything set up. All right, let's do it. 1st and 10. I'm going to start off with that. Chiefs are actually going to think they're going to run, so they're going to miss this. 1st and 10, that should be that. 8 on a short that got missed, and it's going to Tyreek. And he will get 12 and the first, so he's halfway there. Look at that, and he gets pushed out at the 13. There we go. And I was just saying that Tyreek was getting bottled up quite well, and now... yeah, that is not getting bottled up quite well. All right, 1st and 10 here. A run that the Chiefs will see coming. 11 on an off tackle. 2 yards. Since it was an off tackle, I'll allow him to get shoved out of bounds, so Mostert only gets 2. Okay. 2nd and 8. Let's try it. It's well, that needs to be re-rolled. 12 on a short. Incomplete. Nothing is there. Tua was looking for Tyreek Hill, and he found nothing. Okay, well, now we're getting a 3rd and 8 here. Let's try it the other way. 3 on a short. And Kansas City gets the sack. Ouch. Tua goes down for an 8-yard loss, courtesy of Frank Clark. So it's an 8-yard sack. Tua goes down. We've got a 4th down. Frank Clark, I believe, who forced a fumble earlier, now adds a sack to his total tally. Ouch. 4th and forever, and out comes Jason Sanders to attempt this 35-yard field goal. Kick is up, and it is good. All right. At least the Dolphins were able to cash in on the turnover. Jason Sanders boots the field goal, and the Dolphins do get 3 points out of the deal. They'll take it. Not ideal, but you know what? It's fine. So 14-10 in favor of the Chiefs still. They are still winning this ball game. There is 4:30 left in this game, this half, before we move along. As a reminder, the Dolphins do get the ball to start the second half. But yeah, they Dolphins tried, and Frank Clark said, nah, not today, buddy. Oh well, sometimes it happens. Okay, so here we go. So this is where I'm going to attempt a coffin corner kick. So I'm going to start by rolling these. This will be the punt distance. Forget it. Even if I roll all 6s, this is not going to help. Good job, Tommy Townsend. You done messed up. He thought he was kicking a field goal. He got a 74-yard, 6-yard punt. The way this works is I would have had to have rolled this. This would have subtracted from the amount, and then this would have allowed a return. If it's an X, it stays in bounce, which means the person gets to return it. Otherwise, everything's fine. Tommy Townsend just attempted a 76-yard punt, so none of this actually matters. It's a touchback at the 20. Good job. You done messed up there, buddy. Got a little bit too anxious there, but that's how the coffin corner kick rules work. I will be deploying that from this point forward in certain situations. Maybe I should have gone for it on 4th down, but nevertheless, Miami gets the ball back with 1:52 remaining. Fun fact, they also get the ball back to start the second half. So they might be able to score, get the ball right back, and score again if they can play this correctly. We shall see. Anyways, everybody has all their timeouts, though, so let's not get too carried away. Anyways, 1st and 10, right from the 20. Yeah, might as well. See if maybe Kansas City will use a timeout or something. 8 on an off tackle. It's a 2-yard gain for Mostert. Miami will speed this up a little bit. There's no timeout for the Chiefs for right now, so we're going to let's just let this go. All right, 2nd down. Okay. Now that Miami has noticed that, they're going to try to speed this up a little bit. It's a 12-yard gain, but, you know, there could be a penalty. Play never happens. False start. Ouch. 5-yard penalty. I rolled for offsides. That's code speak for false start. All right, whatever. 2nd and 13. 5 on a short. To the receiver, we're looking at Waddle. And he will get wait, I'm looking at the wrong card. He will get absolutely nothing. Incomplete. Bummer. All right, 3rd down in here. This is not looking good. 7 on a short. 13, and I believe he gets the first. Yes! Tyreek goes uphill, goes out of bounds right at the marker. 13 yards, that's exactly what they needed, and the Dolphins do get the first. Okay, excellent there. Good job. There's 1:07 remaining. 1st and 10 from the 30, though. Dolphins still have a long ways to go. 9 on a long. It's a long gain, although there is also a penalty. But it's a long gain. I don't think that's a touchdown, but it's going to be close. 55-yard gain. The Jalen Waddle. That gets erased. Oh, no. It's got to be a holding penalty. It is holding on the Dolphins. It's going back 10 yards. Oh, Miami, you had a 50-yard, 5-yard completion to Jalen Waddle, but they called holding on an offensive lineman. That kind of sounds like the Dolphins. Okay, I'm not surprised by that at all. All right, try it again. 1st and 20. Hey, this game's realistic. 8 on a short. 10 yards. Chiefs take a timeout, however, as they sense they're going to get the ball back. It's Tyreek Hill, by the way. So Miami does get those 10 yards back, but it's still 3rd down. And as I mentioned, the Chiefs just took a timeout. They want the ball back, of course. All right, 3rd and 10. At least they got the holding penalty distance done, but the Chiefs are just licking their chops waiting to get this ball back. 9 on a short. To the receiver, it's going to Waddle. No, they will not get the ball back, and instead the Dolphins get the 1st down with an 18-yard completion to Jalen Waddle, and it's their turn to take a timeout. So there you go. The Dolphins were able to get that. Waddle for 18. Dolphins take a timeout. That's their first. They've got 45 seconds on the clock. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the Dolphins 48. 11 on a short. That's not good. It's a sack. It's a sack. And a fumble, as if this couldn't get any worse. Oh, God. It's, George Karlaftis. And the Chiefs have the ball. The Kansas City Chiefs recover at Miami's 44. Oh my God. No. As if this couldn't get any worse. George Karlaftis with a strip sack of Tua Tagovailoa for a 4-yard loss. I never looked to see if there was a return. There is not. I actually put the wrong guy. And it was actually Chris Jones that recovered it. The All-Pro. Chris Jones plops on the ball. Kansas City gets it back with 37 seconds remaining. Oh, you've got to be effing kidding me. So just to recap, the Dolphins had a 55-yard completion wiped out, and in the end, they ended up giving the ball away. Ouch. Oh, you know what? No. They've had their own fumble issues with that guy. All right. Chiefs' turn now. They've got 37 seconds to do something with this and 2 timeouts. You know they're going to go for at least a field goal. They have to now. 1st and 10. Let's start pushing that ball down the field. And when I know who to give it to right off the bat. Here we go. 1st and 10. Chiefs' turn now. Nothing. Incomplete. Looking for Kelsey. All right. Can we at least get a field goal out of this? 2nd down. There's 30 seconds remaining. 11 on a short. Uh-oh. Well, only if it's a 2. 2 through 5 or 12. Interception! Now it's the Chiefs' turn to freaking turn the ball over. Oh, God. Mahomes just threw a pick. Defensive right cornerback, and I believe that is Kohou, right? Yes, Kader Kohou picks it off. That's not a pick 6. I can tell you that right now. But it's a 12-yard return, and the Dolphins get the ball back. Often in a completely ridiculous sequence there. Mahomes was looking for Valdez-Scantling, and instead he completed it to the wrong guy. He instead completes it to Kader Kohou, who gets the ball back for the Dolphins. And they've got a shot with 22 seconds remaining and 2 timeouts, so you know we're going to try it again. Dolphins will not be deterred. Oh my God, what an insane sequence, though. First, the Dolphins turn the ball over on the fumble and the strip sack, and now this. This is just absolute madness, people. It's madness, I tell you. You know what? I'm going to bring in Trent Sherfield in. It's my 4th wideout. Okay. Okay. 1st and 10 from the 41, although at this point it probably doesn't matter. 2 timeouts. I'm going to take a long shot over to Waddle to start us off. Hang on. All right. They're playing pass, of course. 2 on a long. Ooh, unless this is an 11, it's a 30-yard gain. Which it isn't. Okay, so it's a 30-yard gain. The Jalen Waddle. 21. Dolphins have it at 1st and 10, and they take one of their 2 remaining timeouts on top of that. So Jalen Waddle from Tua for 30 yards. Nice. 1st and 10 here. Let me at least get in the closer field goal range. Well, how about we try that? 3 on a short. Uh-oh, another sack. Ouch. 8-yard loss on that sack, and this time it's their high linebacker, so probably Bolton or Gay? Bolton. So Nick Bolton just forced an 8-yard sack there. Ouch. Dolphins have to take their final timeout, and they get pushed back all the way to the 37. That was not supposed to happen, but yep, here we go. Third sack for Kansas City. 2nd and 18, even though the down and distance really doesn't matter. Let's see if I can get closer to field goal. No, I have to attempt a long pass now. Okay, we have to do long passes from this point forward. 7 on a long. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the half ends with a sack. No fumble, but alas, this it is. Yep. Oh nope, it's Derek Nanandi. Never mind. I was just gonna say it was Chris Jones. Wrong guy. It's of course the other tackle. Doesn't matter. No timeouts. Clock goes away. Blah blah blah, etc. etc. Yeah, Kansas City will just let it run down. The Dolphins get the ball back to start this half anyway, so it doesn't. What's the point anyway? So 14-10 in favor of Kansas City to end that half. Wow. That was a wild way to end that. Ooh, hold on a minute. All right, there we go. Kind of a wild way to end that half now, wasn't it? Had the strip sack and then the fumble. So 14-10 in favor of the Chiefs. Tua's got 12 of 17 for 151 and a touchdown pass. Not much in the run game aside from a fumble. Tyreek Hill has a touchdown catch. He's got 6 for 51. Waddle's 3 for 55. Dolphins defense pretty good. 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 of them recovered, and an interception. So each team basically has 2 turnovers at this moment. Yep. No, 3. Yep, 2 turnovers. Patrick Mahomes, 15 of 28, a $137, a touchdown, a pick. Isaiah Pacheco had the 15-yard touchdown run, but he's also fumbled the ball away. Their leading receiver is Travis Kelce, 5 for 58. Noah Gray has the touchdown catch. Chiefs defense, doing good. 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and both of them picked up. Very nice for them. All right, Dolphins are driving here. They have it at the Chiefs 28 as we hit the 2-minute warning. A touchdown ties the game. An extra point gives them the lead. Field goal cuts the lead in half, but at this point it really doesn't do much. So basically a touchdown is what's needed here. So we'll see if they can get it. Anyways, it's 1st and 10 from the 28. They just got 21 yards on a pass play. Tua now has over 300 yards. All right, let's see what we got here. 8 to the receiver. It's going to Gesicki on 1st down, and Gesicki's only getting 6. At this point, we can assume they're hurrying up, so I only will allow them to do 2 here. They're speeding this up a little bit, so that explains the sped up clock. Oops, wait a minute. Oh, he's got 4. Okay, my bad. I gave him 6 catches. He's got 4. Okay, 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 here. 7 on a short. And Tua goes down. Again, that's sack number 6. That sack is going to be a 4-yard loss. Dolphins will have to take a timeout to kind of preserve themselves. And this sack has to get split. That is Derek Nanandi and George Karlaftis getting in there. So Nanandi gets a half sack. Karlaftis gets a half sack. They're up to 6 total for the game. Oh, that sounds about right. Realism. All right, Dolphins took a timeout there. 3rd and, well, that wasn't a bad loss, but nevertheless, it's now 3rd and what appears to be 8. Yeah, 3rd and 8. Oh, no sack this time. Instead, it's going to be a 13-yard completion. And the Dolphins are halfway there. They are halfway there. 1st down. That one's going to Jalen Waddle. All right. They need... And Waddle, by the way, is now over 100 yards. He's at $106. All right. 1st and 10. 1:22 remaining. Don't give Mahomes too much time now. It's not exactly the best option. Uh-oh. 2, 3, or a 12, this is a problem. Well, there's a 2, but that's an incomplete pass. Incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill, of course, and he found nothing. All right. 2nd down. Six on a flat, and no, incomplete. Was looking for Cedric Wilson. 3rd down. All right. 8 on a short. And he gets 10. And there's the 1st down. Miami does not need the... All right. Kansas City is at... Well... You know what? The Chiefs are actually going to take a timeout now. That's their first. They're thinking maybe they score just in case, and maybe they can get the ball back here. Waddle catches that 10-yarder, and it's 1st and goal from the 3. Okay. 1 minute remaining, by the way. 8. We have a penalty, 2. So I was going to bring it in gold, but that's okay. To the receiver, to Waddle. All right, what's the penalty? Oh, well, somebody was offsides on the Chiefs, but it doesn't matter because it's a touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 3 yards out completes the drive. Hang on a minute. There we go. That's better. Sorry, I was giving the wrong people the wrong thing. Jalen Waddle manages to complete the drive for the Dolphins with 52 seconds remaining. The only question now is, did they leave Mahomes too much time? Well, we'll find that out. Meanwhile, we've got a tie game, and here comes the extra point on top of it. Unless this is an 11, the Dolphins will have the lead. Whew. Whew, okay, good thing that wasn't a 6, or that would have been the case. And the Dolphins improbably take the lead after being down pretty much the entire game. Jalen Waddle, 3 yards from Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins have a 1-point lead, but now comes the question. Does Mahomes have too much time? He's got 52 seconds to make this work. Okay, let's see if they left him too much time here. They've got 2 timeouts. Opening kickoff, meanwhile, so that kickoff may have been worth it. To the 5, we have a possible penalty. And this is going to be taken out for whatever reason. I don't know why. The number 1 back. And Pacheco's only going to get 5, 19. Why is there a penalty over here? I have no idea. All right, so the Chiefs will get it with 45 seconds remaining, and they got to at least get within field goal range here. All right. So where's Harrison Butker's range? 45. They need to get here, basically. So we're looking at about 31 yards bare minimum. Butker, however, has missed 2 extra points earlier. That is probably going to come back to haunt the Chiefs in some capacity, but I don't know what exactly we're dealing with. So who I want is my 4th wide out. This is where it gets a little bit iffy. It's not going to be Noah Gray. We know that. Hardman, oh, he's got some value. All right. Juju's out of here, and he's not going to help us one bit. I'm looking for people who can catch long passes pretty good. Reliable targets. Looks like Justin Watson's my next best bet. Okay. We'll put Hardman on the flanker side. Watson can be the, I guess the dude over there in the slot. We got 45 seconds. Kelsey has to stay in because he's our best pass catcher. And I'll start with him. 1st and 10. Dolphins are going pass all the way. They have no choice now. Kansas City will hurry up as much as it can here. 1st and 10. Here we go. 11 on a short. And Miami gives up a long gain right from the get-go. So Kansas City is going to get in the field goal range. My goodness. Travis Kelce just broke out a 48-yard pass play. Oh, my God. 48. 48, 22. Yep, they are in field goal range. They are definitely in field goal range for sure. Miami is actually going to take a timeout to try to make sure they don't milk this. Wait a minute. So let me get Kelce as 48 yards. Oh, my God. Kelce just caught it, broke it. Miami completely forgot tight ends exist for some weird reason. And there you go. They're definitely within field goal range. Kansas City's actually going to be the one that takes a timeout. I lied. They have 1 left. The Dolphins have 2. At this point, they're just trying to get as close as they possibly can here. All right, 1st and 10. Yeah, now let's try to get us as close as we can. So it's a flat to Kelce now. 8. We're rolling on Kelce's card. And he'll get 8. To start us off. 29, 21. So let me get Kelce as 8. We're at 37. I'll try to figure out what I want to do with the clock. All right, so what do I want to do with the clock here? Kansas City is going to let it run, surprisingly. You know what? They're going to hurry up, but they're not going to take a timeout. So I'll allow them to just do 1, and they're going to quickly throw the next one. 1st and 2nd and 3, even though it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. 3. All they need is a field goal. Oh my God, it's a short gain, and there's a penalty attached to it. The gain is 17, but the play never happened because of a false start. No, okay, that's not what we wanted to see, but it will allow him to go back to Kelsey now on 2nd down and 8. No, nothing happens with the clock. 7 on a flat, incomplete. They were looking for Kelsey, Mahomes was. Now I'm going to short it to him on 3rd down. We will be okay. We still got a timeout in our back pocket. That needs to be re-rolled. That's a fumble! No, I'm kidding. That's not a fumble. That's just me just screwing up. Oh, that was the worst time to be doing that. The Dolphins get a sack. Oh. 6 yards from the right end. It's Sealer. Kansas City has no choice but to take a timeout. Oof, that's their last. But a huge sack from Zach Sealer. They're still in field goal range, though. It's 49 yards, but boy, Bucker's not going to be too pleased with that. All right, this is for the win, basically. I'll allow him to go down to 1 second. All right, this is for the win here. Harrison Bucker from 49. 2 through 8, he's golden. 9 through 12, Dolphins win. The kick is up and not. Timeout, Dolphins. All right, here we go. He's missed 2 extra points. Harrison Bucker from 49 to win it. The kick is away. And it's good. Kansas City wins. What else is new? Harrison Bucker, despite missing 2 extra points, nails it when it matters most, and Kansas City wins this matchup of Super Bowl contenders 29-27. Oh, of course. Dang it. And here I thought that sack was going to cause some issues, but nope. And sure enough, the Dolphins did leave Mahomes with too much time. See, like I said, I am not being Homer on this one, so it's all good. All right. Chiefs win 29-27 in that thrilling first-hand game. By the way, apologies in advance for the audio going away. I totally forgot to unmute myself until after the fact. Whoops. Okay. Good. Glad to know we're having technical difficulties now instead of during the regular season. Oh, Jesus. All right. Anyways, Tua, 335 and 3 TDs. Very good game. Mostert, and a running game wasn't really there, but Mostert got 67. Waddle and Tyreek both go over 100 and have the 3 TDs combined. Defense did okay. They had 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. One of them was recovered and a pick. Alas, it just wasn't enough. Mahomes goes for 288, 2 TDs and a pick. Pacheco, oh my God, he's got to be our player of the game for real. 93 on the ground, 65 in the air. That's 158 total. 3 TDs, did lose a fumble. Who cares? We'll take the 3 TDs over that. Kelsey, 9 for 141, including that big 48-yarder at the end. That was the one that set him up. Noah Gray had the other touchdown pass. And Harrison Bucker hit the game winner despite missing those 2 extra points. But you know what? We'll take it. And how about the Kansas City defense? 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Very excellent game from them. Very good game. They did just enough to hold off the Dolphins. 29-27. Well, you know what? I guess the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in our timeline, so it makes sense, unfortunately, as much as I hate to admit it. Oh, well. Can't win them all. All right, so that concludes week 0, I guess. That was kind of a preseason warm-up to introduce y'all to some of the new rules and to get everybody hyped. So here's the deal for week 1. The Dolphins will be back, but this time it'll be for real. This time I'm counting injuries. This time they'll be at home, and the opponent will be the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, I know. Not the most exciting thing, but we got to start off with the Super Bowl champ at home. So, Carolina Panthers, Dolphins gets to be number 1. And who knows, maybe the Panthers will surprise everyone. Even though this was the year they finished with, 1 or 2 wins. I'm sure it will be fine. As for the game, will premiere on Sunday, which will be our regular scheduled slate. It'll be Raiders-Commanders. This is significant because the Raiders made it to the AFC title game in our timeline, in our playthrough, last season. The Commanders actually made it to the Super Bowl somehow. So we will be playing that one out on Sunday to check in to see how those two teams play out. But I'll drop that game Sunday, and then basically we're going to be dropping games every Sunday with the exception of one random bye week, which I'll give everybody. I'll count it towards their injury timeline, but I will be taking a random bye week. Otherwise, we'll be dropping episodes every Sunday. Matchups to be determined, of course. So, anyways, here's hoping this season goes a little bit more on track, I guess. So, we shall see what happens. So, anyways, thank y'all for watching. You know what buttons to hit. And I will see you on Thursday for Panthers, Dolphins, and more importantly, some more. I still don't have the energy for that. I'm sure I'll get it for later throughout the season. Let's call it, but you know it's football. Don't worry, I'll get the energy later on. It's all good.